Did you know that she's a Blue, now she's a Rawlings? I've talked to her a few times.
Sue.
No,
Lehman's girl.
No, Lehman's sister-in-law. Married Lewis Rawlings. What's her name?
Ben Lewis.
Yeah.
Ben Lewis, yeah.
Virginia Louise.
Yeah, she was around you guys quite a bit too, wasn't she?
She used to go to church and all that.
She was
I've
much
seen
younger.
them bring her to church and she'd have a great big bottle and she'd drink that up and Earl would have to go get her another bottle.
She was much younger.
Right, church.
Babe Ruth was
She
Hazel's
was,
age. The oldest girl was.
Ben Lewis was younger. Yeah,
She's younger than you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, you see, there's Babe Ruth, and then there's the one that. No, and the other one there, those are. Nixie. Deland. And then it's down below.
Yeah.
I know it. You said Bob.
Well, I'm down
And then Lou. You see, there's only about 25 or 26 months between those three oldest children of Earl's.
Anyway, she told me those Pryor boys were kind of ornery. There we go. Lose it next innings again. Did you hear that?
5-8-8.
5-8-8.
They're showing that's what they're made out of.
Well, the Pryors, my dad and his brothers, were they as quiet when they were little, growing up as they are now? Well,
They never talked too much.
I mean, they just didn't have much to say. They didn't run and hide, though, like me and John did. Now, my dad, I don't remember him ever talking much.
He never did. You know, Skip makes me think of your dad. Skip don't talk much. And if he says anything, he says the wrong thing. Fritz used to do that.
I'm telling you, you ought to remember one time at that cannon factory down there at Spokane, the one they call the Belly Acres Cannon Factory, off down there by where, on the Chestnut Ridge Road down there. So they had a bunch of tomatoes, and they put them in storage over Galena. And I hauled them over there in a Harris truck, most of them, and I put them in. So they got them sold in, and they had to go down there and label them. Well, Fritz, he went off down there to work, and some of the boys, they all got there. Fritz went off and got a pint of liquor. And I'm going to tell you, did he ever get on a good one? Oh, he got on a good one. And I'm going to tell you, when he got home, Bernetta, she was the notion of killing 4 or 5 men.
I probably spent the last cent they had.
Oh, he did.
Because times were
I
hard.
heard he used to drink some when he was little. I mean, younger when he first got married. But when he got older, I don't remember.
He never did drink any after he got married. He would drink it before. He was the only one of the bunch that I was ever around. Ori. I couldn't get along with Ori and Dutch. I thought just about as little of him as I ever thought of anybody. And but
He's recording that. I'm not sure, but I think he is.
Yeah, that's no big deal.
And but I was Clyde now. I used to go run around Clyde a lot.
Clyde, I like Clyde probably as well as much as any of them.
Clyde, I used to get him out, and we'd go out and hunt some women. He'd take his car, and when I'd get in the car to get a couple of women, I'd always have to drive, so he could his coupe, and he'd have to hold one on his lap.
Oh, Clyde was kind of a ladies' man?
Oh, he loved to be. He loved to be. That's the only thing in the world Clyde to lie about.
Yeah, I've seen some pictures of him when he was a younger guy. He wasn't that bad. Just from the pictures, he didn't look all that bad.
Clyde was the same age as Carl, my brother.
Yeah.
Carl was born in 95, and And Clyde was born in 1906, February in 1906.
See any goofs there on that? Tell me. 'Cause I may have made them when I was typing them out.
Her name was Shibe, Francis Shibe. S-C-H-E-I-B, wasn't it?
S-H-I-B.
Yeah, before you accept that, so yeah. S-C-H-I-E-B, Shibe.
Francis Shot.
You know that to see it, has he?
I don't think, well, it don't matter.
I don't believe she got to see in it. S-H-I-E-B. I believe that's the way.
S-H-I-B-E?
No, it's not.
I-E-B.
Well, that wouldn't be in a phone book, would it?
No, it's not.
It's the same. Get the phone book up there. And look in Harrisburg there, a Shibe automobile painting. You know, Shibe automobile painting outfits all over the United States?
No, I don't know. I don't know where that'd be. Is there a business section? Just business?
No, look in Harrisburg directory there. Right at the front of it.
You won't know them. They stay. Your grandpa Pryor had a back up there. Yeah, you're getting out of people here. That guy right there was your grandpa Pryor's brother.
Oh.
And he stayed here in Pennsylvania. In fact, he died in 1882. And for the next 30 pages, so those are his kids. I don't think you'll know anyone back there.
I don't know no more then. I saw our family and Uncle Roy's family, and that's probably all.
You started with Roy's family?
Yeah.
WSC.
What's an auto painting?
S-C-H-E-I-B.
E-I. You said E-I and you said I-E.
S-C-H-E-I-B.
I went to the store office, I thought. John Fletcher Pryor.
That's your granddad.
There's lots of shots.
He was Sarah Jane Wilkerson.
Now, he was first married to that Susan Shepherd. They had 4 kids. She died in 1869. And then he went on to... She died in Callaway, near Jefferson City, Missouri. Then he went on to... well, first he came back to Pennsylvania and dropped off these 4 kids. And they were raised here in Pennsylvania. And then he went back to Kansas and remarried a couple of years later.
I didn't know.
But Roy never did see these 2 oldest kids. And your mother never did see them either.
There used to be some people come back there. Uncle Roy called them
P-rats.
P-rats.
Pirates.
Their name was Pirates. He called them P-rats.
Yeah. Well, she was first married to John Peratt, or P-rat, or that's how she called it.
He called them the P-rats.
Yeah.
They're pirate or something, P-rats or something. But he called them P-rats.
But her husband was John Peratt, and then he died. He was an older guy. He was about twice as old as her. She was about 20 when she married him. He was around 40. They were married about 5 years, and he died. In fact, her last child was born the day that her husband died. And then she was married 3 times. For one, the second marriage, she was only married about a year, and she got divorced. And I don't think she ever told anyone about it. Not that it matters.
Marrying bunch, then I didn't know that.
It was,
A marrying bunch, I didn't know that.
yeah.
Charlie Hardy, of course, he was.
But anyway, these, from there on, those would be your mother's, these are your mother's half-sisters. These would be your aunts. Be half-aunts, I guess. Now she died in Fort Wayne, Indiana. She died up here at Oil City. Viola Wilkinson. Now she came back to Missouri a few times. Do you remember her?
No, I don't remember. I can remember those P-rats coming Uncle Roy.
Well, anyway, she lived there over by Lamar, Golden City, that area. And Edna Myra, she married and went out west. She died in Colorado. She has a son living in Denver, and I talked to him. He's about 85 or so. In fact, I talked to kids about all these. This Catherine, she has a daughter living down in Maryland. I talked to her. And she sent me a picture of this guy. Now get over to the... You won't know those people there.
Saving up to $1. Well, Purex contains 16 ounces or 2 cups more liquid than the leading liquid detergent for about the same price. It's like getting 4 extra wash loads for free. Or put it another way, it's like saving up to $1.
Yeah, now that's from his second wife, Sarah Jane Wilkinson.
Yeah.
Now you may remember all those.
Well, I remember Mom talking to them. Ed's one disappeared and never knew what happened to him. I can always remember Mom, every time she saw a Farrar's name or anything, she was always writing letters and trying to find
was she
out if it was him.
I talked to 2 of his daughters, and one of them's died since I talked to her, but they... I don't know. From what I get from them, there was a car that belonged to his son that was in a wreck just a day or 2 after he disappeared, and the car was burned up completely, and they think that he was in that car. That's what the daughters seem to think.
Well, it looked like they found bones or something.
They,
Yeah.
well, you know, back
They
then
said
they
they didn't
didn't,
find anything to prove or disprove it. One of them seemed to think that he came back to Missouri and died here. I don't know. I have my doubts about that.
Yeah. I heard Roy told me something about that.
From what Grandma Pryor said, she said, Roy said that if this guy had come back to Missouri, he would have looked him up.
yeah. Well, Mom always said that his wife, her mother was sick, and she went to take care of her mother for a few days. And when she came back, he was gone. That's what Mom always said about him. And she never knew what happened to him. I don't know. Something strange about him.
Well, these 2 girls of his, they told me he was running around with a young woman.
Martin, I never heard of him.
Oh, he was a little... These were twins. He died when he was about 3 weeks old.
He was a twin too.
Daisy.
Daisy.
Anyway, he's in their Bible, mentioned in their Bible, I guess. He belongs there.
Well, I'm sure he does.
You remember Grace, I guess.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
During the course of the year, and it was at the end of the year.
Dad always said I made him think of that Grace.
Well, we've taken out so much
There
during
we
the
go.
course of the year.
He told him.
I thought
Well, now his daughter looks a little bit like you.
Ruby?
Velma does.
So, I haven't seen her in a long time.
She's quite a bit older than you, but
Yeah,
there's
she's
something.
older than
She
me.
kind of reminds me of you. I hadn't thought of that before, but she does.
Dad always said I made him think of Aunt Grace. I don't know.
You remember him, Tom DeWitt?
No. I remember John.
John, they don't know whatever happened to him, or I can't find anyone that knows what happened to him.
He died. I remember hearing he died. You know, he came to Spokane and bought a place down there on Chestnut Ridge. He was married. His wife's name was Mabel. No.
No.
What was her name?
She's Peggy.
Peggy. Yeah, Peg. John Peg. And he bought a place down there. You know where that Lindsay lived? Wayne
Wayne
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
When
Back
he turned
in,
back,
in Backfield, north of Wayne Lindsay.
he turned back there and went way back up there in the field. And John lived back there for a while.
About when was this?
Well, it's before I was married.
So they-
No, it wasn't. It was after we was married.
It was before I was married.
No, it wasn't. It was after we was married.
Anyways, in the 30s sometime.
Yeah, it was in there.
In the early 40s.
Early 30s.
Do you remember him having any kids?
They didn't have any.
Well, that was his second wife. I know I was over there, and he was over there, and he was telling about Peg, and he told her he's more damn clean and nice as out loud. She had to do that, and he was really putting it on. Well, you know, we was married when Harold and him went off Springfield, and they run on to Uncle Jake DeWitt up there, and John took him in there, Harold, and John got drunk, and they found Uncle Jake up there, and he took Uncle Jake in to get him a new hat, and he left the old hat laying there. And they said the clerk picked up the old hat and carried it over. and so before they got away from there, he'd caused problems, and they threw him in jail.
Well, he didn't live down there over a year, did he?
I don't know how long he lived down there, but they threw Harold and John in jail up there over that trip.
That was before we were married, when Harold was put in jail up there because he was teaching school down there. And I went with Jesse up there to get him out. And that was before we was married. I never went up there before we were married.
Okay.
But he was quite a character, John.
Yeah, I've heard he's
But
married.
he lived up around out to southeast of Kansas City up
That
there,
was his second
or
wife
in that
he had
area
down
somewhere, over in the edge of Kansas up there.
And you've heard, I mean, you can remember hearing when he died, about him
No,
dying?
no.
I remember hearing he died.
I don't.
I do,
I don't have no idea.
but I don't know when
I figured
it
he was, but I just didn't know.
I still had
But you see,
two kids. I think.
he was kind of crippled. I don't know what's wrong with John. He had a game leg some way.
Yeah, he was sort of crippled the way he was.
You remember seeing Stella?
Yeah, she had two kids, I think. What was their name?
It should be on the next page if I haven't. Mabel and
Mabel
Joel.
Joel. I think that was right.
I need to go back out to Lawrence, Kansas and see if I can find one of them.
But that's where he was. John was married a second time, I think.
I think that was his second wife.
Yeah, I think Peg was his second wife, John. And John had a boy. I believe John had some children by his first wife. I don't either, but it seemed like John, he had children by his first wife. And
He was a pretty ornery guy, though.
oh,
He was likable.
he was a likable guy, but he was just as
I
he's
know when they
worthlessly-
moved down there on Chestnut Ridge. Peg, was that her name?
Yeah.
She liked to fix things, you know. She lived in town. She liked to fix things fancy. They were having company one day, and she got out her linen napkins from the table down. Don't you put them out. So they won't know what they're for. They'll use them for a handkerchief. He'd come to our house, and we had a wood box. Mom always had a wood box. She put wood in for the cook stove. And he'd crawl in that wood box, and there he'd sit in that wood box all the time she cooked dinner.
He was a likable kind of guy, but he's worthless as he could be.
Was he a very big guy?
Yeah,
He was a
pretty
tall.
size tall.
He wasn't very heavy.
Was he over 6 feet tall?
I believe he was. And he had a game leg somewhere or other. He limped. And I don't know. I never knew John, only when he came down there, and he used to see him around Spokane. And Carl, and
I got some of these on the majors too, but I didn't bring them with me. I don't have as many. Just the priors, they've been easier.
Compile a book of this and out when you go.
No, I don't know. I checked in to see about getting one published. It costs so much that
Yeah, but you might get a little bit of your money back if you can sell them.
what I'll probably do, I'll type something up, try to make the right little story, and put all this information in it. And probably I'll do this. I don't know. For myself, and if anyone wants one, then I'll make copies for them.
if you're a publishing company, you'd have to get them issued in what, 50 or 100 copies right away before they'd publish
Well,
them?
publishing company, for them to set the type and everything, I talked to some relative that had a book published about 4 or 5 years ago, and he said it cost about $12,000 just for them to set the type before they even start printing it. And then after that, they charge for the printing.
I never thought
I never seen it be that way.
But that was done up. It was done up nicely.
Probably a cloth bound book.
No, it wasn't cloth. It's just a regular book. Nothing fancy, just a book, but it wasn't done cheaply. I like to put a lot of pictures in it. I've got a bunch of pictures.
But
You got a lot of work on that.
Sure is.
Sure is. There's a lot of dollars in it too, I imagine.
It gives me something to do.
Can't count them.
No, it's entertainment I look at.
Can't count
Did you ever see that picture album I have?
Mm-mm.
Let me get that. You might
Yeah, I'd
got a little bit
like
of everyone in there.
to. Can you imagine?
I can't imagine how he would go about
Huh? No, I wouldn't have any idea where to start on it. It would just be over to me. Nothing about it. See that too.
well, how did he ever come up with the idea of this?
I always know Burns.
How did you ever come up with the idea of marking this off like this?
Well, when I first started doing this, I thought there'd be about 10 sheets, and I'd be able to line them up across the room and just look at it and tell where everyone was.
Didn't
I don't
work out
know.
that way, huh?
No, I've got so many. I've
Many
lined them
hats.
all up, and there are about 5 rows.
But they're marking them straight lines that way and then the offset here.
It took me about a week to do that. I mean, just to write it out.
I bet it did.
This here, I didn't have hardly any pictures to start with, and I borrowed pictures and had people copy pictures and so on. But you just look at whatever you want to and just skip the rest of it. You don't read that. That's not interesting. I think all that is, if I remember, it's just telling where I got their signature. Like, that look like your dad's writing?
Yeah.
It looked like your granddad couldn't hardly write it, I don't think.
What is his name?
Burnett.
I could get you his signature.
Do you have a signature of
We
your
have
mom?
his,
Of your mother?
Uh,
Because I can't find one of her anyplace.
you still, we don't have a copy of
No.
that deed, do we? That
I don't know whether I've got mother's signature or not, but I've got Grandpa Major's.
Yeah. Well, I've got his. Now, these are people that you won't know.
Peter Pryor.
But that's Peter Pryor and his wife. They're your great-grandparents. These are his brothers. And that was his house there in Venango County.
Yeah, big house. Back then.
That's him and his wife when he got older. And these go into his kids. And you won't know any of his kids except your grandpa, I don't guess. And there he is.
That's him.
Have you seen that picture before?
Yeah, I've seen that. Mom used to have a good one like that.
I had trouble finding a picture of him.
I think Lucy got it. She got old Mom's pictures. We don't have, I don't have any of them.
Well, I gotta go see Lucy.
You
She's
just
got a
did.
bunch of your pictures.
She got old Mom's pictures. We didn't
I
have
might be
any.
able. She might let me make some copies or something. Well, he's the only one of these you'll know.
Mm.
Right. That's also that's him when he's I don't know. I figured about in his late 30s,
Yeah.
30s. Now there's Ed Pryor and his family.
Well, that's Ed and his family. There's nothing there. 2, 4, 5 kids.
You recognize her?
That's mom. Isn't it?
She looks like Helen. To me, she does.
Yeah,
As soon as I looked at her, I thought, well, that looks like Helen.
Where'd you get that?
I think it's Grandma Pryor,
Oh.
if I remember right. I had a copy of it. This isn't the original.
No, I know it's not the original, but
In fact, if you want one, if you don't have one, I can
no, I don't
send you
have
one.
one.
Would
I'd
you?
like to have one of
Would
them.
you?
'Cause I don't
I
have
think
one
I probably
of
have the
them.
negative. You write something down on her. I'll try to remember.
Well,
If I don't have it whenever you come in, remind me. I can get it for you
okay.
down there. Yeah. Now there, she does look a little bit like you. Don't you think so?
Now there's Velma. I remember her looking kind of like, well, of course she was bigger than that, and I knew her, but something about her looked like
That
that.
sure looks like Hills.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
She might have when I was skinnier and more, and now I get too fat and I look back. Well, look at that house.
No, that's a poor picture.
That's some house there. That don't look like Aunt Myrtle, does it?
There it's
Well,
That look like Clyde?
this one's Clyde.
looks like
These are resemblance, alright. Clyde and
this is
I have trouble between my dad.
Rick
so
Mildred.
this is fresh right here, isn't it?
I don't
Rick's
think so.
there, isn't it?
No, that's Marvin maybe.
No,
No.
Marvin's not on there. Is he? Yeah, Marvin's
Yeah,
not on
there's
there.
Mildred.
Marvin's.
Well, Mildred's a lot older than Marvin. That wouldn't
Marvin's
be Marvin
got a
if that
baby
was
up here.
Mildred. That'd be Marvin there.
One of those is Ori and one of them's my dad. I don't know which one's which.
This is Fritz.
Must be.
That's Fritz right there.
It don't look like Ori.
Right, I got those turned around. Because when Clyde, or I think I got, yeah, I know it's Clyde. Clyde was telling those to me, and I got them.
Well, that's
He got 'em
Fritz.
turned around.
You can see that's Fritz sitting out there. Now, there's that Myrtle. Uncle Roy.
And there he was almost bald, and well, he would have been about, he'd been almost 40 there though.
Who is that?
It's Roy Pryor.
That's Uncle Roy. That's him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
Grandma.
That's
That's
it.
Milton.
That looks like Roy.
It looks like,
looks like a slim Roy.
it looks like Clyde to me if you cover him up there. You look at his, you look at that, it looks like Clyde. See?
Yeah. Yeah, it does. I can see a resemblance.
Roger and Ray. 1944. When did he die? He died in
40.
Either 47 or
Just,
48.
Just before
John.
John was born.
I think John was born 48 or
Earl,
47.
Clyde, Orange, Chester, and Fred. See, now there's Fred. That's the one that was in there a little going. Clyde, Roy, Merle, Mildred, Fritz. Look, that's all Fritz was there.
I think most of those pictures Roger had them. They were the ones that he got from my dad. Whenever they died, I wasn't interested in pictures at all. I told them they could have all of them. Now I've had to pay about whatever, $4 or so to have all these copies made.
Is that Harold?
Yeah.
Marvin, boy, Marvin all the time. That's the way Marvin looked at him. He used to go to school.
So that picture is either Sherry or Steve, one of my kids, and they said that was Ray. Looked like Ray.
It looks like Ray, all right. Marty, Fritz, Earl.
May of 47.
I got a picture of Ori and
That was, and John was born in June, and that he was. I know that I was pallbearer at his.
Ori and Harold and
Well, you were at Paul Bear.
And me and Oscar, and I guess maybe also Willard. I don't know.
yeah, I think he was.
And his chaplain, he told us. He says, "Oh, be careful with the house on this casket. Don't give it no quick jerks, or let's try to even the weight up." He was scared. He was quite a man in that box.
Fritz and
the handles
Don. Was that Don Melton?
Oh, I don't know.
Was that Don Melton?
I think Roger gave me that, and he didn't know who it was.
Don Melton,
Yeah,
I
that's
think.
Don Melton.
That's Don Melton.
Mm-hmm.
I got her. Oh, that's getting taped there. I'll remember that then.
Fritz, you just raised us up.
Yeah, I want to type it on there though.
Oh,
Make it
you
not
don't
need
have it. Okay. Well, he's Don Melton. Mm-hmm.
Well, I showed it to Opal. Opal didn't know who it was. She thought it maybe was Don Landers.
No, it's Melton. Don Melton.
Don Melton. Fritz and Donnie, they're quite buddies.
So your kids, huh?
Yeah, I took them down there. I don't know when that was. It was 79. That's when Grandma still knew what was going on. But she lasted a couple of years. She didn't know anything.
Okay.
Opal said that was taken about, well, the fall before they were married.
Yeah, I imagine it was.
They'd gone to kind of like a little carnival down at Reed Springs, I believe. I don't think they went together, but they just met up down there.
Marie and Roger, there, Roger. What, he got his hair slicked down? He was little bitty fellow there.
what's the latest pictures you have on Fred's? Is
I always
Oh.
thought that was the cutest thing.
Oh yeah, I have just like snapshots. I don't have any good pictures of him. They're just snapshots of, I guess, the Christmas before he died.
Christmas food? We've got several of the summer before we died.
That's right.
Yeah, there's
I never saw him with a beard.
a centennial or something going on. Now, they sent that as on a Christmas card, and I just cut it out.
We've got the 4 boys, Clyde and Pearl and Marvin and all the youngest boy, Pearl. It's a day for Richard's married.
Well, Gaither's looking old, isn't she? There's the brain.
Yeah,
You got
she looks older than she is.
Yeah. she does.
Sherry, last summer when I was out there, she says, Agatha,
No one had back
Who's
then.
who's saying that?
Carrie.
Carrie.
Oh,
For her mother.
And she
Agatha.
called her mother Agatha. And gave her, she was just about ready to get it.
I had to have a picture, page of my pictures. And that's
Yeah.
something.
I think I got one of. I don't know one like this. And this one either. But I got all the rest of them. He was the quietest little thing. When you bring him around there, he's so quiet.
I thought I had the wrong date on there. You know what it is, Burns?
Grandma
Yeah.
measures his death. I seen it was 17.
Yeah, it is 17. But that's what was on that, because when I looked at that yesterday, I just thought, man,
I believe that's 17.
I've got the wrong date down on that. Do you remember any of them? That's not a very good picture.
Yeah, I remember all of them. Yeah, I
Aunt
remember all of
Nancy.
them.
Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember all of them. Opal, you got that off of Opal.
I think Roger had that. Or it may have been Opal. About all these here came from Opal
Well,
and Roger.
maybe Bernita had
Yeah.
that.
She had.
Yeah, Eaton and Spradling and Uncle Tom and Uncle Majors.
And that's where you was born.
Well, that's the one you had out this morning, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Same one.
There's my mother whenever.
Yeah, of course she had her.
Some of these, like I see,
1924, so.
that's just approximate. I don't know what
Oh,
they
that was before then.
before 1924.
Yeah, she wasn't on crutch after, I think she, on 23, something like that, is when she was in the hospital, and she never did go on crutch after that. And I really believe that that's too late a date. I think she came back from the hospital, and the latter part of 23 or 24, something like that, from the hospital. Of course, she's up there 9 months in the hospital. But it's not bad, though.
No,
Yeah, I just looked at like you there. You looked at me like you were about 9 or 10 years old, and I don't guess you were that old though.
We'll have to end it right there.
I think Opal said that was her freshman picture or something, or that's a school picture. I think Opal said.
Her hair dress looked like that.
Where did it come from?
What's wrong with that dress?
I don't remember ever
Oh,
having a
you don't
dress
remember
like
having
that. I wouldn't known it's even me. Burns always looks the same, but I don't.
You don't know those people.
No.
That's Grandma Pryor's.
Look at that
Granddad.
beard.
No, there he is again. There he is again. But there, she always had that a great big picture on her wall. And what I did, with my camera, I just took a picture of it.
Well, you took it off that.
You know, with the little camera. It didn't turn out very good, but at least I
Not
can tell what it
bad.
looked like.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I did that with that one too. And it's not nearly as good. I was told what to do if I ever do that, to take it outside, because with that flash it makes a light on it.
Yeah.
That's what happened there. But that's Grandma Pryor when she was a little girl. You can't really tell anything about her. Like you remember him.
I really don't
Oh, you
remember him.
don't
too much.
remember him.
No.
Remember the
No,
Lord?
I don't remember him. I remember Maud, but not him.
Well, Grandma Pryor had 2 brothers, those 2. Well, she had another brother that ran off and changed his name. And, well, that was it. Well, there were 4 of them. There was 4 of them there.
Now this was her mother. That was
Maggie.
Aunt Mag.
There she is again. There she is again.
She had the prettiest hair. It was so wavy and pretty.
It was gray when you saw it.
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh yeah, white. Like this.
I was always told. I was told
That's
she had,
Granny Harden.
Granny Harden, yeah.
Oh, you
Remember
talk in
Granny
my terms. I remember Granny Harden.
Yeah, you remember Granny Harden.
I think that's,
There's Aunt Myrtle.
no,
Isn't it?
no, that's Grandma Harden.
Well, it looks just like Aunt Myrtle.
At the time that was taken, no, it was, no, I know that's Grandma Harden.
It says Margaret. That is Aunt Harden.
See, she was a sister to Sam. Good.
Yeah, she had a lot of brothers and sisters down there. Monroe Wilhite's wife,
Is this Aunt Myrtle?
yeah, that was about the time she got married.
Yeah. I used to have pictures. I don't know pictures of my mom with her hair like that. Just like that.
See, was it?
It's a
That's approximate day, I don't know. Woman in Ohio sent me. You remember Marion Cox? I don't guess you remember him. Oh, you do remember him.
I don't remember him, but I know what you're talking about.
He has a daughter that lives in, I think, Lima, Ohio.
Maybe.
Well, Mabel's dead. This is a younger daughter. Do you recognize him? There's Marion. So, you know, let's talk about that album you have. I remember seeing a picture of that guy in that album when he was locked down.
Yeah, well, let's say, you might want that up when we come to the story short. I don't know where in the world that is. And that was your grandmother.
That was
Right.
his
His
great
wife
grand.
was Jessie Cox.
Mother.
That's
His mother.
yeah. His dad was Jesse Cox.
Oh,
This is
That'd be your great grandmother.
Grandma Hazlett.
She lived to be real old. She
Yeah. Grandma
She's in her
Hazlett, 'cause
90s.
she married, Sam Hazlett and all those
that was
Hazletts. It was her.
that Ziegler Burns. Church there.
Oh, I think his wife was DeWitt.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure, but it seems like it may have been a sister to. Oh, I'm not sure about that.
Well, I've heard Mother talk about Uncle Marion and his family, and Mabel and John, and not John, but Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie died.
Yeah.
Lucille. There's a daughter, Lucille, still living. She's the youngest daughter. And then there's another older daughter living down in Florida.
You know, Aunt Ida was a nice looking woman when she was younger.
Yeah. Opal has some other pictures of her, and she's a good looking lady.
Here's Grandpa Cox when he married Lynn in 1903. I don't know. That's not far from. I don't know whether she was